Hello coders, I welcome you all. In this video, we are going to discuss variables in C. The word variable itself means something that can vary or change. Think of a labeled container in your house. The label is the same and the stuff inside is the value. Imagine you have a sugar container in your kitchen that you can see on the screen. On the outside, there is a label that says sugar. Inside the container, today you keep sugar, tomorrow you can empty it and then put tea leaves. Later you might put coffee, like this, right? The container itself stays the same. The label stays the same. Only the contents inside change. This is exactly how a variable works in C programming. The label is the variable's name. The container is the memory location. The stuff inside is the value which can change anytime. So before we move towards different examples, just remember a variable is a named container in memory that stores a value and that value can change while the program is running. That's all. Now let's take a few more examples. Of your house, you have different containers for different things. A water bottle can hold water today, juice tomorrow. The container is the same, but the content changes. Now here you can see money box. A money box can have 100 rupees today, 200 rupees tomorrow. The amount keeps changing. Here is the cupboard. A cupboard might hold clothes now, blankets later. As you can see, each container has a name and you know what it is supposed to hold. That's exactly what a variable is in C programming. A named storage place in memory that holds data and we can change it whenever needed. So the question is, why do we need variables? Imagine we are writing a program to add two numbers. The question is, where will you keep those numbers? You can't just shout them at the computer. You need a space in memory to store them. Also, we have to give them a name and then use them in calculations. That's why we use variables. Now let's move to code blocks. So first step is declaring variables. To use a variable in C programming, we must declare it first. When declaring, we have to specify two things. First, data type and second, name. In data type, we have to tell what kind of data the variable can hold. Integer, float, character, etc. Name, the label of the container, like sugar, right? So now let me show you syntax of declaring variable. As I said, first we have to write data type, then variable name and semicolon. So this way we can declare variables. Now let's declare age of type integer. You can see here integer is a data type and age is the name of the variable, container name, right? Like float marks. So it stores floating point numbers. So this variable stores floating point numbers. Character grade. This variable stores a single character, right? So please remember, declaring a variable is like bringing an empty container. We put values inside using assignment operators. So please remember, after declaring, we can put values into variables using the assignment operator. I am repeating, declaring a variable is like bringing an empty container, but we can put some values inside using assignment operator. So here is the container and let's put something inside container. Another container, let's put something inside this container. Another container, let's put something inside this container. Now later we can change the values like age 21, marks 90, grade B, right? So this way we can call them variables. The container means name stays the same, but the contents changing, that you can see here, right? So now let's write a complete program. So here let's put this all into void main. Let's copy this, paste it over here. Then here we are assigning the values to variables. Let me write assigning values to variables means we are putting contents inside empty container. Now let's print what is currently inside our containers. So first is integer type of container. So we have to use %d to display the values or content from this container of type integer. Same another container of type floating point. So we have to use %f as a format specifier. And here is our container name marks. For the third container, we have to use %c because it is holding character type value. Let's save this. Let's run this. Sorry, here we have to write GRADE. Same as per our declaration, right? Otherwise, the compiler will generate error. You can see GARDE, which was wrong, undeclared, right? Okay, so let's save and let's build and run it one more time. Done. You can see age 20, marks 85.50, grade A. Now our program is running properly. Now let's update our variable values. So let's copy this to save our recording time. Let's paste it over here. I'm changing to age to 21, marks to 90, and grade to B. After updating, let's print it one more time. Save this, make it proper. Let me write updated age, updated marks, updated grade. Let's save this and let's build and run. Now you can see, let's proper separator in between. Printf, let's put one separator line in between. Save this. Again, let's build and run. Sorry, again here, new line. Let's save and let's build and run. Now you can see, now it's look better, right? So before updating, age was 20, marks was 85.50, grade was A. Now you can see, here we are updating variable values, age to 21, marks to 90, grade to B. That you can see here, right? So here we are printing updated values, right? And here you can see original values and after updating values of our variables. So here you can see the variable name stays the same, age, marks, grade. Here is also age, marks, grade, but the value inside changes, just like our sugar container, right? That's why this is called variable. So as we said, we have a sugar container in our kitchen. On the outside, there is a label that says sugar. Inside the container, today you keep sugar, tomorrow you can empty it and put tea leaves. Later you might put coffee. Here you can see the container itself stays the same. The label stays the same. Age, marks, grade. Only the contents inside change, that you can see. This is exact idea behind variable. A variable is a named container in memory that stores a value and the value can change while the program is running, that you can see, right? So now let's discuss rules for naming variables. Please remember, variables also follow some important rules that we are going to discuss now. First, a variable name must begin with a letter or an underscore, but it must not begin with a number. So this is valid because it starts with a letter. Also, it can start with underscore. So this is valid. But variable name must not begin with a number. You can see color has been changed. So this is invalid variable name, right? Now, second rule. A variable name can contain letters, digits, and underscores. Can put digit at the end. This is totally valid. Also, underscore in between is also valid. Like at the beginning, also valid. Also, you can write H2Y like this. This is valid. But it not starts with number. Number at the end is valid. Also, between two words like this, this is also valid, right? Third rule, a variable name must not contain spaces. H, X, Y, Z. This is invalid. If you want to write like this, some variable name, use underscore. But white spaces is not allowed like this. Next, a variable name is case sensitive. Age and this age both are different because this is in lowercase and this is in uppercase. Both are different, right? So variable name is case sensitive. In professionally, we are using variables name in lowercase only. Next rule, a variable name must not be a reserved keyword like this. Integer, integer. This is invalid. We can't use reserved keyword like integer for a variable name. So this is invalid. Next, a variable should be meaningful, right? Like this, student underscore name. So better to use meaningful name so someone else can understand what this variable is containing, right? So a variable name should be meaningful, right? Our next rule. So a variable name must not contain special characters like this. For example, integer price at the rate. Let's save this. Let's try to execute this. You can see error, right? So remove this. Let's save this. Let's execute this. No error, right? So some special characters are not allowed inside a variable name. Let's use hash sign. Let's save. Let's execute this cell. You can see again error. Let's remove this. Let's save this. Let's execute this. Done, right? So some special characters are not allowed inside a variable name. So now our final rule. In NCC, only the first 31 characters of a variable name are significant. If you write like this, very long variable name, NCC only consider first 31 characters of a variable name. In modern C standards like C99 and later, at least 63 characters are significant. But please remember, we have to keep names short and clear for the variable, right? Otherwise, it's a very difficult to manage. So variable names must be short and clear. So it's become very easy to use and handle. I'm sure now it's a very easy to understand variable. Just you have to remember this sugar container. On the outside, there is a label that says sugar. Inside the container, today you keep sugar. Tomorrow you can empty it and put tea leaves. Later you might put coffee. The container itself stays the same. The label stays the same. Only the contents inside change. That's all. That's the variable in C programming. Hope all of you are clear with this, right? What is a variable in C programming? Hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you like this video, smash that like button. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.